Buckle up, shawty. You are going to need your sugar daddy for this one. I'm about to tell you everything we spent in Aruba for a group of 8 for a 4-day, 3-night experience, okay? So for flights, me and my husband, we got our flights for $1,500. So it was about $750 each. We got our first leg back in October, and then we got our second leg in December, and our trip was in June. So take that as you may. Flights are slightly expensive. We did have to have a couple of connections, but it ended up working out. And when I asked my other friends how much their flights were, it was roughly about $50-$60 more because they bought their flights at a later time. Next, we did not stay in a hotel or a resort. We actually decided to stay in an Airbnb because we all wanted to be together. The full total of the Airbnb was a little bit over $3,000, so it was roughly about $420 per person. Honestly, it was amazing. They had rooms for everyone. They even had an extra room outside, bathrooms everywhere, bathroom downstairs. They had a laundry room, pool. They even had someone come clean the pool during one of the days. They were very responsive. We had a broken trash can in the kitchen, and we ran out of paper towels and toilet paper, and they had everything delivered. 10 out of 10 experience with that Airbnb, and it was 1,000% worth it for that $400. The next thing is the actual food. So I know in my previous video I said the food was very mid, and when I say it's mid, it's because we spent so much money on different types of food, and it's just like we literally wasted money. So when we were heading to Aruba, we did stop at a Cuban spot in the Miami airport. The food was good. The margaritas were overly priced. Like, the margaritas were more than the actual food, but they were still good. We did go to the grocery store a few times, and on the trip that I went, we did spend over 200 American dollars on what? I couldn't tell you. The first night that we got in, we didn't want to travel too much because it was already late, so we was like, let's just get some pizza. We spent over $70 for 3 medium pizzas. It included the delivery charge, but still, $70 for Pizza Hut is absolutely insane. One of the other nights, we decided to go to a Asian spot. It was actually Dutch Asian because, again, the Dutch did colonize this island. It was called Yummy Yummy. We did end up getting like one of their little bundles type things that they had. It was like on their little discounted section, and it was $10 meal. So me and my husband both got a meal, and it was just $20. Was it worth the $10? Yes, but it was okay. And then some of the other people in my group that got some food that was not on that list, it was disgusting. No flavor whatsoever, and they spent way more than we did, more than $10, probably closer to $20. So yeah, the next thing that we went to was our dinner night technically, and we went to this place called Nos Club Hughes. And this was honestly the best food that we had that night. So we ended up blowing a bag. We spent almost $550 as a group. And the reason why we spent that much is because they ended up having a happy hour. They have a happy hour 3 times a day. And we were there for this last happy hour, and their drinks was only like $5.50. So we were just getting drinks back to back to back so we can get, good, cool. The food was cool. Everything was good. It tasted like it was American type of food, but it wasn't like the best. But again, we spent almost $550. Next thing, we did go to Flamingo Beach. We did get a couple of drinks, and I did get like a food item. I got some wings for me and my husband. We already had brought some chips from the Airbnb, so we had some things. Other people had some other drinks, some other food. So I don't know how much they spent, but we spent a little bit over $70. And then lastly, when we were leaving Aruba in the airport, we did spend around $30 on food. They have a lot of different food options in there: Auntie Anne's, Quiznos, Sbarro Pizza, Panda Express, so many different food options. And I feel like they were airport reasonably priced, right? So we spent a lot of money on food for it to not be as good. And lastly, what I want to talk about is, I know people book excursions and different type of transportation. We're talking about Ubers or Lyfts or things like that when they go on vacation. But like I said in my last video, this island does not have any type of Ubers or anything. They only have taxis. But we decided to book our trip a travel agency. It's called Lux Tribe. This is my first time booking with them. This is like my sister's 3rd or 4th time booking with them. So we actually paid $1,400 a person for everything that's included. So we paid for private airport pickup and drop off for the airport and for all of our tours. So all of the excursions that we had on every single day. We also had a on-call assistant and a dedicated on-the-ground staff. They're in Aruba. They will help us do anything that we need to, or if we need a ride or anything like that, they help communicate it with us. And then we pay for all of our excursions as well. So that was the sunset cruise with the snacks and an open bar, which was amazing, 10 out of 10. We did our ATV, UTV day trip, which was again crazy, but it was also amazing. And then we did the Flamingo Island day pass. So all of that was included in that $1,400 per person. They do have other type of packages, whether if it's private groups or regular group trips, depending on what you want or don't want inside of your package. They will include, some have food, some don't have food, other things have flights. It just really just depends on what you want. So that is everything that we spent. I'll put the total on here of what we actually spent as a couple, and hopefully this will help you book your trip to Aruba if you decide to go.